Bienvenidos aquí a la compañía Raíces Profundas. Es una compañía músico-danzaria. Trabajamos en el rescate de nuestras tradiciones. Después él decidió hacer esta compañía que a lo largo de toda su trayectoria lo que ha hecho es rescatar, promover e incentivar a los jóvenes para mantener el folclore.
I think what was really special about dancing was we really got to learn about their culture without them speaking to us and telling us about who they are, where they're from, and what they're about. But they expressed it through art. Art allowed me to break out of my shell. It allowed me to express myself because I grew up really introverted. Because growing up I had a lot of circumstances in my life. The only way I expressed myself was through film. So when I got to see them performing art, it really made me connect back to those moments in my life where I felt that way about filmmaking. And it just made me really happy to be there.
We took some of the dancers, whatever we wanted to, inside the theater. I took one of the dancers up by the second or third floor, and there was a light coming from a window, and I took one shot. It was a surreal experience.
I didn't know what was going on. There was just 4 random chairs in the middle of the auditorium, and I was trying to figure out, like, where's the rest of the chairs? Just the abandoned theater mixed with how colorful the outfits that they were wearing is just like a combination of things that I've never seen in my life. This was one of the first situations I've been into that not only did we feel like we were in control, but the people were very involved with us being there as well too, and they were proud that we were there, so it was just really cool to see that for the first time.
The place itself, the textures, the colors, it's something that you would see out of a movie. You wouldn't think that they're using that space to do that dance there. So we sat down and we witnessed the dance moves, and they're just so powerful and dedicated to what they do. You can see they have so much raw intensity, and every movement is like full power. From beginning to end, it was just amazing.
My name is Andy Tu. I was born in San Francisco, raised in Oakland, California. I grew up in a really tough neighborhood, really broken family. My first camera experience actually came from my grandfather. He would pretty much document my grandparents going into these orphanages and filming disoriented kids. I thought that my life was like pretty messed up already, but compared to theirs, it made me feel grateful for what I had. When I'm traveling and documenting videos, I have 3 things that I aim for: the people, the landscapes, and the food. The reason why I love video is the storytelling aspect. With the help of a lot of people who believed in me, I started to believe in myself. I started to feel comfortable under my own skin. I started sharing my story. And once I started sharing my story, I started receiving feedback, and I started feeling more empowered. The storytelling that I do now is beyond me. Trying to tell the stories of meaning, something that makes people feel fulfilled or inspired. And I don't ever aim to inspire. I aim to like be that role model that I never had. And every time I tell my story, I feel like it helps me remember where I came from.
We visited the Statue of Christ, and it was the absolute perfect view of Havana. I'm slightly bummed that I don't have my drone, but that view made up for it. You know, it was really cool to get some time lapses up there and capture a lot of cool moments.
So far, one of the main things I love about Cuba is the quality of light, especially in the late afternoon. Golden hour in New York, it always seems to just be so fleeting. I think it might be because the buildings are just so tall. You can find good pockets and reflections and stuff like that, but here it just seems to linger. Everyone smiles, all the vintage cars and the glass and everything just seems to hold the light a little longer. So for a street photographer, it's an absolute dream. I've really been enjoying shooting with the 70-200 G Master 2.8. You can reach really far into the streets and it just compresses everything, and you get these really scenes of kind of this organized chaos that makes this such a dynamic and vibrant city.
on the next episode of Through the Lens Cuba.
Oveck got a tattoo, which turned out amazing.
I wanted something symbolic that reminded me of Cuba.
Out of nowhere, this older woman comes up to me, and before I know it, there's this tiny little baby in my arms. So I thought that was a really interesting moment, and it really warmed my heart.
Bam! 6 classic cars in your face. Everybody's just looking at the team like, yo, is this really happening?
We got to the rooftop and it was like the sickest view of Balcón right during sunset, perfect time. And we just got the natural hospitality that every Cuban family has.